You're watching WTV News, live on Wartburg Television. From the Grant Price Studio. Breaking news, local coverage, and sports. This is WTV News.
This is your web update for the Wartburg Circuit. I'm Jesse Kielman. Wartburg College is seeing more visitors come to campus. Individual student college visits have increased by 10% this school year. Vice President for Admissions Todd Coleman says the campus and friendly faces impacts a student's decision. He also adds the coaching staff and the admission counselors getting out to the schools makes students more interested in attending Wartburg.
Gone up about 10%, so that's roughly about 70 or 80 students over this time last year. And that's just individual visits. So then we've had more group visits. We've obviously had a larger, one of the largest scholarship days that we've ever had.
The Mensa is following through on a promise made to students roughly 2 years ago. Dining Services has revamped their recipes, eliminating trans fats. According to the American Heart Association, consuming trans fats increases the risk of developing heart disease and stroke. Dining and Retail Services Assistant Vice Principal Margaret Empey says while most students haven't noticed the changes, many adjustments have been made in the kitchen.
From the people who work here, it's sort of hard because like when we had to switch the bakery products, it's just sort of like, oh, now we have to do this. But people understand that it's important. It's just a matter of how do we create good products without what we were used to.
Rehearsals have begun for this year's Christmas with Wartburg. Tickets are already sold out for the Sunday, December 8th and Saturday, December 7th afternoon performance, but there's still some left for the Saturday night concert. This year's theme is The Marvel of This Night. Wartburg has had Christmas with Wartburg for over 65 years. Director Dr. Nelson says he hopes the audience not only enjoys the concert, but that it gets everyone ready for Christmas.
I've told the choirs this many times, the audience comes in seeking this sort of a message, seeking this sort of idea of hope and renewal, and everyone loves the mystery that's kind of around the Christmas or the Advent season.
The colors blue and yellow together may not mean a lot to most, but to one family it represents much more. The colors are used on Sweden's national flag, which has become a part of that family's Swedish heritage. WTV's Caitlin Harbeck followed the story of their son, a former Wartburg student, on his journey overseas and back.
Wartburg music professor Dr. Jennifer Larson has been waiting for nearly 2 years to see her son finally come home.
Oh, man.
In a way, it went by really quickly, and yet 2 years is a long time to not see your little boy, who's not a little boy, but we missed him a lot.
Anders Larsson left for Sweden nearly 2 years ago to study as a missionary. He lived in 6 different cities in Sweden while teaching others about the Mormon faith. Anders says he's always had a strong faith, even at a young age.
I'd always grown up with that desire to be a missionary. I needed to know for myself, rather than just listen to what my parents and my teachers in church had been telling me. I have to have my own conviction, and I can't just take their conviction. That doesn't work.
And Anders isn't the only one in his immediate family to take the journey. His father, Scott Larsson, also traveled to Sweden as a missionary in his early 20s. Both Scott and Jennifer say seeing Anders follow in his father's footsteps brings warmth to their hearts.
For Anders to be able to return to the land of our ancestors and being able to go to the place that I had gone to and knowing what was in store for him, I was really excited for him.
And Anders may leave behind a place he called home for 2 years of his life, but he comes back with a stronger faith, a few Swedish phrases, and a sense of growing up.
I think I'm a lot more prepared for what life has in store for me. And I feel that I'm more mature now than I could have been at this point if I had not gone on a mission.
Reporting for WTV News, I'm Caitlin Harbeck.
Anders will begin attending Wartburg again as a second-year student next semester to study music. He plans to perform in this year's Christmas with Wartburg concert with the Wartburg Choir. This has been your web update for the Wartburg Circuit. Thank you for watching and have a stupendous day.